I tell you that life has been lifing, feels like it has been non-stop since school ended, when it's really supposed to be the opposite. Life being the way it is, I haven't had time to sit back and think about things I appreciate, such as making art, and going to sleep, and the fact that we still haven't gotten any more Pokemon Legends ZA news, and I was expecting something other than the initial release trailer 3 months later. The hype is very dead. Every PokeTuber and their mom has made a video predicting something about Legends ZA. I don't want the hype to be over though. I am a Kalos girly. That was my generation. As someone who loves Pokemon, France, and historical aesthetics, I saw this game that's most likely going to be based around the Houseman renovations, and I am taking it and rotating it in my brain at 1,000,000 miles per hour at any given moment. I'm not super fixated on like who the starters are going to be, what's getting a mega evolution, whose ancestors are going to show up. I mean, I do care about that, but not as much as this other thing. The one minuscule detail that I'm so excited to see executed is mega evolution accessories. I know that's a really weird thing to be fixated on, but hear me out. You need to hear me out on this one. Victorian era jewelry and accessories are so fancy looking that I feel like it's a missed opportunity not to incorporate those aesthetics. I think there's plenty of potential to go a little over the top with the designs, and knowing Game Freak, they're probably not gonna deliver on that, but one can dream. I would sit here and start making the jewelry, but the last time I tried to engineer some jewelry for myself, it didn't really go the way I wanted to. So I'm just gonna show you some concept sketches about the ideas that I have bouncing around in my brain right now, and I'm going to go into a little historical detail about why I think these concepts would work so well. So let's get to it. It's best to start this video with the accessory that us as player characters will most likely be using during the game, and that is the basic Mega Ring and Keystone. A Mega Ring isn't supposed to be too fancy or showy because it is the default accessory and it is used in battle, so there isn't really much you can do design-wise with that in regular X and Y. It's just a simple bracelet. However, like other jewelry items, bracelets of the Victorian era was very ornate, chunky, flaunted rare jewels, and were meant to show off the wearer's status in society. I imagine richer trainers in this game are going to have more ornate accessories, and probably have a variety of other jewels set around their keystones. It also does make sense that because in-game lore, Mega Evolution is a restricted practice and only really goes to the player characters and a handful of trainers such as the champion, that they would have fancier jewelry with more extravagant designs on their person. I was inspired by these that look more like a modern charm bracelet because they seemed the perfect balance between practical and ultra fancy. I like the concept of surrounding the one central jewel with several other smaller ones, so I surrounded the keystone with tiny little crystals, and the beading around it also have intricate designs carved into every single gold piece. Another important thing, that gold was a more commonly used metal than silver back during this period. I'm not entirely sure why, but in my research of both articles and images, all I saw was gold. I'm assuming it was more common than silver, or it was just in style, but nothing really said anything specific about why that is. The more you know.
There was no way I was making this video without drawing a brooch. I think brooches are such fun little accessories, and they were so popular during this period that it makes so much sense to have somebody have a keystone in their brooch. And while doing the research for this design, I was reminded of how popular cameo-style jewelry was as well, and how keystones and megastones are basically cameo stones. Okay, listen to me. So cameos historically are made of multicolored agate or onyx set into two different designs layered on top of each other. Is that not basically what a keystone is? This like rainbow colored stone with the same stone having the little mega evolution symbol on it? See, it's basically the same thing, so it makes sense. I imagine that when a brooch isn't being used as a Mega Evolution accessory, that it would also show the owner's Pokemon in it, because historically cameos also showed off prominent figures or family members or mythological creatures. So like, imagine a brooch in this style of like Diancie or Cernius or Hoopa or Volcanion. Never mind, that's not as flattering. But yeah, cameo brooch, keystone and a brooch, basically the same thing. Missed opportunity if Game Freak doesn't give a character one of these bad boys. The other quirky, unique, unorthodox Victorian accessory that came to mind as I was researching ideas for this video was the chatelaine, which basically, a chatelaine is to the 1850s as a fanny pack is to the modern day. It was this little chain that went on your person and held anything and everything that could be held onto it. Probably isn't the place to put a raw keystone or megastone, but rather an accessory that's holding the stone. I think this would be a neat way to have a mini storage system in Legends ZA. Like you could strap on a potion or your dex onto this little thing and then just walk around with it jingling everywhere. I'm not the best at designing these things, I just kind of made a luxury ball and then put stuff on it. If you want to see a better executed chatelaine design, my buddy Ellie Wishes made one a while back, and every so often I go back and watch it and I'm so impressed that she made it. So this is, you are legally required to watch this if you're also watching this video. Now, the concept that I came up with based off of this is a bouquetière, which is a small bouquet holder with a little water in the bottom. It's known by many names: the posy holder, the tussy mussy, the nosegay. Ladies would clip these onto their shirt or their chatelaine to give themselves a more pleasant scent, kind of like a spritz of perfume. And these things were so fancy and cute, and I wish these things were more common because I want one now. I've looked at so many images of these and I'm like, I could make this work. There was a huge emphasis on flower language in the Victorian era, and it was a symbol of feminism and romantic and sexual freedom for women. It's probably something trainers like Diantha or Valerie would wear. So I based mine off of our little flower-holding friend Floette. I know it doesn't look like Floette, but that's because I did this from memory, and also it's all gold because, you know, gold was the color. And all of the flowers are based on different Floette forms. I'm pretty sure there are 6 of them. I can't remember that off the top of my head either. And here's everything together. That's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mini history lesson / prediction video. Like, subscribe, and maybe when the game comes out, I'll do a video recapping whether any of these made it in. Alright, see ya.